Hello and welcome to Sounds Like, where today we're going to be sounding like Hysteria by Muse. If you want to see a full cover of Hysteria, please go to my channel. Maybe there'll be a link up here or maybe here. I'll have to figure out how to do that, but that'll take you to my cover of Hysteria. So for this video, we're of course using Manson MA Evo S. It's a sick guitar. Seriously recommend getting one if you can afford it. We've got Chaos Pad here, which we're not using for this song. Kill switch here, MBK2 pickup, Sustainiac pickup, coil split if we want it, three-way toggle selector, no string trees, standard for a Manson. So first things first, here's my signal chain. I'm going to pop it up on screen for you now so you can have a look and see it, pause it if you want. I will talk a little bit whilst we're doing this. So obviously first thing in the chain is my Manson MA Evo. That then goes into a treble booster. I can show you some more precise settings about the treble booster on my separate video that I'm going to do in a week or so's time about my rig. So we've got treble booster. That then goes into the whammy, or the pitch bender, which is set on a harmonizer setting, but that's disengaged to start off with. Next we've got a compressor that just rounds out the sound a little bit. It's really light compression really for what I'm doing. Then we go into a tube screamer that just gives it a little bit of hair and tightens up the bottom end for when we end up into the amp. Before we hit the amp, which is weird for me, usually I have no delays in front of the amp. This one we have an analog delay set to a quarter note with like very low feedback, but that is disengaged for the first part of this song. Then after the amp we've got a phaser, which is like a phase 90 type sound that we're using. Basically you need to be able to turn that on and off. You don't need that on the whole time. You can have it on the whole time. Sometimes Matt Bellamy does play with the phaser throughout the whole song, but that's more of like the old sound 2004, 2005-ish era kind of thing. After the phaser we've got a stereo chorus. Again, that kind of comes on with the phaser for me. I will show you where that comes in. After the stereo chorus, digital delay, followed by a room reverb. Okay, so that all goes into a Focusrite Clara 8 Pre, which is then recorded into Logic. If you want more details on my rig, head over to this channel's sister channel, which is Official LAVDE, and there'll be a full video of a rig rundown within a week or two going up, okay? So there you go. Alright, so bringing it into the first section of the song. Now the first patch I've actually got is one I don't use for this, for just Hysteria. It is a mad one with loads of delay, designed for interlude. And I just wanted to let the delay tails run off there for you so you can hear how much delay there is there. But that's for interlude. But anyway, so main part of this song, go to patch 2. And that's the first part you're going to worry about is obviously the... good old pick slide up there. I don't use any effects on that other than my distortion, which sounds just like this. Like that. When it comes into the main riff, that thing, I chuck on a phaser and a chorus, so that you get this sound instead. So yeah, chorus and phaser there, just add a little bit of like, ooh, interest to the sound. So then after that, we've got the chorus. I mean, I guess in the verses, I do play... each time, but you can do some other stuff if you wanted. Let me get up something with a bit of delay on. What have we got? So this will work. This is just a kind of a crunchy tone. Sometimes Matt Bellamy live will play Something like that in the verse, and that's just adding a little bit of delay. You can do that with a distortion or a crunch, whatever suits you, whatever works for you. I didn't do that on my cover. I didn't think it was necessary. And plus I fuck it up sometimes, so there's that. So after that section, we've got the chorus, which is just my main Marshall tone. Like that, sounds pretty tight. So that's the chorus. The only other sound then that we use for this song is one with a lot of delay. So I go to patch 3, it's my main distortion sound, but this time we've got the phaser on and we've also got a delay after the amp. So the main sound we get when we press patch 3 is this. And you can hear. So that's the main sound. Then all I do to change that is I put on another delay that goes in front of the amp, which if I take the other delay off, you'll hear this one a lot more. So it's like one big hit repeat and then it folds off for the others. And that just is what I use for the... basically just for that section, gives it a nice lift. The only other thing going on in this section, if you might be thinking, oh, well, I've got delays, but I can't get it to sound just right. There's something I'm missing. You need an octave pedal, or at least a whammy pedal doing a harmonizer, because at the front of this chain, I've got my whammy. With it off, this is what the delays and the phase sounds like. With it on, just adds that high octave that makes it sound a little bit synthy, and it also gets you closer and closer to that tone that Matt Bellamy uses live and on the record, which sounds like this. Without again. With. Just add something nice to your playing if you want that. After that, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything else for how I play Hysteria. There are other alterations, but I might make a separate video of how to play Hysteria, where I'll go into some of the alterations that you can play live and everything. This is just about the tones. So after the solo, you're back to a chorus, fat off Marshall sound. And that's pretty much it. You got the outro, which for me is just my distortion tone, and that's it. Ending on a big old fat. And that's all the tones that I use to play Hysteria by Muse. I hope you found this useful and that it's helped you enjoy playing the song a little bit more. Please like and subscribe, click that bell that's somewhere down here, and you get notifications when I upload. Leave a comment and let me know what other stuff you want me to play, what other songs you want me to cover or sound like, or even teach you. And yeah, catch you in the next one.